You ready? You feel it? I hustle to make it. I gotta go shine. I'm doing the work. I'm spending the time. Man on a mission, that's me. To be what I'm destined to be. Just how I do it, okay, they come and they go. We all got some sorrow, you watch the ebbs and the flows. And we gotta hustle, and then we hustle some more. Okay, I do this for the passion, but I'm still getting the dough. Right now, acting for real, be the star of the show. And you go stand in front of everyone and let them all know that you the main one, the real thing. They ask about that G. I'm riding on them, let them know that they all gon' see. But haters talking ish, like I should go and chill. But I'm so hydrated, cause my name's Water Will. It's the FBI dot. It's the
I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to win the Elimination Chamber. And I did. So when I say I'm going to WrestleMania and I can beat Brock Lesnar, I'm telling the truth. The truth. The truth is a funny word, you know. I don't know why I'm covering for this guy. You guys want to know the truth? They're not going to like it back there, but I'm going to say it anyways. Brock Lesnar's not here tonight. Up until about 30 minutes ago, I thought Brock was going to be here, but something happened or the other and he didn't show. And nobody will say this back there, but I'm going to say it. Brock Lesnar is an entitled piece of crap who hides behind his contract. I mean, think about it, y'all. Think about it. We are 6 weeks from WrestleMania, and the Universal Champion is not here today. We were in Vegas last night. Brock was in Vegas. He wasn't at the Elimination Chamber. Guess where he was? He was running around the strip taking pictures with Dana White, the UFC, on social media. You want to know why? Because he doesn't respect me. He doesn't respect any of you. And he doesn't respect anybody in that locker room. And I'm sick of it. We're all sick of it. They all know it back there. We all know it. Every single week, me and them boys run across this world and we bust our ass. And Brock just shows up whenever he wants to, when the money's right and the city's right. But we don't care. It doesn't matter how many people show up, how big the town is, I'll be there. Because I said I'll be there. And Brock and Paul, don't worry, they're going to come out here and say, we're businessmen. Well, guess what? I was born in this business. My family and my bloodline is this business. And I was taught at an early age that there's a fine line between business and respect. And I'll say this right now. I don't respect Brock Lesnar. And I damn sure don't fear that bitch. I think I've said enough now. I'm going to go ahead to the back, take my ass chewing like a man, because unlike some people, I actually care and respect this place.
What's up, wrestling fans? Jimmy, the mailman Milstead here. What do you think? Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Vincent Kenny McMahon, his match, his WrestleMania New Orleans match is set for New Orleans. How's it going, everybody? I was pretty stoked. The Elimination Chamber in the books. Great pay-per-view last Sunday. I'm sorry we couldn't come to you after the show Sunday night. Technical internet difficulties out here in the sticks. I could not get YouTube up and running. I did a Facebook Live. Saturday was my buddy John Loose Cannon Lopez's birthday. Out there in Austin, Texas. I delayed happy birthday in case nobody saw that on Facebook Live. I wanted to give him a shout out. I gave the pay-per-view on Sunday 4 out of 5. I gave it a generous offering. A lot of people hated that pay-per-view, specifically on Roman Reigns. Love or hate the guy. I don't fall in each category. I respect the guy. The big dog, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar is set, and you can put the money in the bank. That's going to close the show. There's no other question about it. Roman Reigns going to headline his 4th straight WrestleMania, right? 31. It's the rematch for these two. He's got unfinished business. I'm interested to see how it is going to shape up here. Brock no-showed Monday Night Raw. That was the promo I just played for you, as Monday Night Raw was the fallout. Roman is here, and he's, I don't know, he's taking on the babyface. If you want him to turn heel, I know you're not going to see it, at least at WrestleMania. It's going to be a totally, Vince is putting all his chips in for Reigns being the babyface in this matchup. Brock Lesnar rumored. He had a photo with Dana White going back to UFC. Is he done? There's a lot of questions out there. There's a lot of questions about WrestleMania in general. We are 39 days away, guys. How excited are you? Until New Orleans, I am excited. I don't want to delay too much here. We're going to get Ryan Alexander on here on the audio tonight again. Let me see how he's doing. I haven't talked to him. He I think fell off the radar Sunday night, and then Monday and Tuesday I didn't get to chat with him too much. For those that don't know, I think the Rat Boy, I'll let him explain his employment. I think he's a bartender out there in Blackpool. So he had to crash, and we could not get any of his post-show reactions from WWE Elimination Chamber. But I know he's a happy guy, a happy camper. Alexa Bliss, the first ever women's Elimination Chamber. He survived. His girl survived and retained the championship there. We will get his reactions on that. But overall, his record, not too good. I believe for the night he was 3-4. If you include, I actually gave credit to both me and him for the angle setup for the Ronda Rousey contract signing. Tag team partner yet to be decided. I both gave us a check mark that the angle would be set up. We're still not sure, though, where this direction is headed for Rowdy Ronda Rousey. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But overall, rough night for the Rat Boy again. He went 3-4. As far as yours truly, the mailman, Jimmy Milstead, welcoming you once again, to episode 19 of the Small Package. This is our WWE Elimination Chamber results and reaction show. I went 6-1 that night. And my lone loss was Bray Wyatt. So we'll get to that in a minute. Let's give Ryan the Rat Boy Alexander. Let's see how he's doing. Hopefully the internet cooperates tonight. I apologize. Our last show We got cut off at the end, even though I was just wrapping up the show, and we got cut off twice, but we came back on. I really appreciate everybody that stuck with us for that night. I'm going to go. I got comments up again. Let's bring up the comments. So far, nobody has chimed in yet, but RATBOY, we're still waiting on the RATBOY to answer. Hopefully, I think I said 5:15 and it's 5:10, but we'll continue to let it ring. But the Elimination Chamber, if Ryan doesn't chime in here, he's not answering at the moment. We'll get back to him. But the pay-per-view took place at the T-Mobile Arena there in Las Vegas. We had a attendance of 15,126. I know they had a problem at first selling tickets, but it looked like that was a well-attended an event there. Paradise, Nevada. It's not Las Vegas, but it's on the Strip. So that anybody in Las Vegas, please tell me what the difference is between Paradise, Nevada, and I was just there last November, and Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's an interesting little tidbit that we'll get back to. But I thought it was a well-attended event based on Wikipedia's attendance, 15,126. The show sounded great. A lot of people were into it. 6 matches were on the card, but we included 7 picks that me and the RATBOY had to pick from. I want to give credit out there to my buddy Mark Wood. He went 6-0 on all of his matches. We did not touch base on what he thought of the Ronda Rousey contract signing, but he did very well. I know John Lopez and my buddy Kevin Mendelson did pretty well on their records. We need to get the RATBOY on here. He didn't answer his call, but we'll get to him in a minute. Pre-show action, there wasn't much to discuss. I took a lot of notes here. Let's see what I can decipher here. This is like 3 days later. There has been a lot of wrestling, guys, and I know I'm throwing a lot out there to since the Elimination Chamber. A lot of has happened. The card is still a little bit foggy. Right now we have Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar set. Shinsuke Nakamura is set to meet the winner of the Fastlane pay-per-view. And that is, by the way, our next show. It'll be March the 10th, the Fastlane pay-per-view, the SmackDown Live offering on Sunday, March 11th, will take place on the WWE Network again at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. The small package, episode 20, Fastlane predictions. We will try to bump it up. I will try to get off work and have a 6 p.m. West Coast. That is a 9 p.m. Eastern show for you guys on the East Coast. I'm doing this for my tag team partner in crime, RATBOY Ryan Alexander. I'm trying to get him because he still works over in England that following day before the pay-per-view. He usually has, I believe, Monday or that Sunday night and Monday off. So I'm going to try to bump it up 6 p.m. It's not official yet, but our next show, episode 20, small package, Fastlane predictions. I want you all here to give me your predictions. We have a lot to decide on WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania, 39 days away. Ryan says, call me, so let's call him before we get to the pre-show reactions. Let's see what he's doing. And grab a beer, guys. Talk to me, chat. Let's get the chat up. I might have Mark Wood. It doesn't matter if they comment. What's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy, on the East Coast? Ryan, what's up, buddy?
Good evening. Sorry I missed you earlier, call.
Oh, that's all right. I told you 5:15. I was a little bit early. 5:15 West Coast. How you doing on this night? And how was I wanted to introduce what you guys do over there. Ryan, what are you? We could call you the bartender, but we're going to call you the RATBOY because that's your desired nickname. But Ryan, explain to our audience what you do over there in Blackpool, England. Well, that'll be our opening bell. Hold on. We got to get some background. The mailman here partnered up with my buddy, the RATBOY. Ryan, how was your day? And tell us about it.
No, I'm a mild-mannered bartender. My day was frustrating to say the least. It's currently -5 degrees in the northwest of England, so it's brisk out. We've got the central heating now.
All right. Wow, -5. And that's you're talking like Fahrenheit, right? Or
Celsius.
Celsius, okay. Still sounds
Better
cold.
be warmer than this in New Orleans, I'll tell you.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, New Orleans, I'm still trying to recollect. It was 2014. I think I did wear shorts, but I took pants. It was comfortable. I don't recall. I've been to New Orleans when I was in the Army at Fort Polk. That's a place you don't ever want to visit. But that was muggy and hot the year I went there. But, yeah, April should not be that bad. You will be fine, sir, in about 6 weeks.
I was down in London last night. It was even colder.
Is that? Wow. Do you guys have a lot of snow, or is it just rain?
More towards London where I was. It was snowing in London where I was last night.
All right. Wow. It sounds well, it's been raining here. It sounds like we have similar weather. We've said this before a lot, but I think our cold, our wintry snow, knock on wood, I think that has gone by the wayside. It'll just rain here until frickin' June, but I can deal with it because I'm used to it. But what was your favorite drink you served tonight?
What was my favorite drink? Green King IPA.
Green King IPA. Oh, I'd love to try that. Is that a brewery there?
I'll bring you some over.
Oh, are you allowed to travel with liquid, or how's that work?
So we can travel with a limited amount through customs, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Let me know how much that costs. I'll give you some bread. But anything else? Oh man, you're too kind, dude. A lot going on, man. We got WrestleMania here. I have just got my tickets for WrestleCon. I'm going to meet Kenny Omega. I spent a little bit of money on that, and I've just bought WrestleCon Super Show. We're going to have a lot of New Japan stars there, plus Tennille Dashwood, the formerly known as Emma from WWE, scheduled to be on that card. I got a GA ticket. It set me back about $50. I'll be in the bleachers, but that is my Thursday night when I get there. And then Friday at WrestleCon, entry fee to get in there is $34 if you buy now, $40 to show up the day of. But I have already been guaranteed to meet Kenny Omega, probably one of the best wrestlers in the world. So I'm pretty excited. And then I just heard today, as I told you earlier, Ryan, Stone Cold Steve Austin is scheduled to be at WrestleCon. This is like a first time ever, I believe, on that Sunday. There's a lot of undecided events I want to go to. The schedule is being booked up. Me and you have to link up down there. We're definitely going to do so on Bourbon Street, but we have to do a WrestleMania 30 show. So please leave a little bit of a lot of time. How excited? How built up is your schedule?
WrestleMania 34, dude. You just made a Kurt Angle mistake.
What did I say? 33?
You said 30.
Oh no, I was reviewing 30. I'm sorry. I know Kurt. Oh well, Triple H can punch me, I guess.
You're making a Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I find Kurt Angle quite funny at Elimination Chamber, to be honest.
Well, I made a Hulk Hogan mistake too. I didn't say Silverdome, but okay, WrestleMania 34.
Don't talk to me about that piece of trash, I'll tell you.
No, I guess back to my question. How booked is your WrestleMania New Orleans 34? Okay, I won't say 30. At the Silverdome. Oh, wait, the Superdome. But how booked is your schedule, and when can we link up, buddy?
Our schedule is basically similar to last week. On Thursday, we're going to access Friday Hall of Fame. Saturday, access lunchtime, then TakeOver. Sunday, of course, Mania. Then, of course, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on Tuesday.
All right, we'll have a lot of downtime. We'll discuss it off air. I've also got to spend time. I got the ladies coming with me. They're not doing any of their wrestling. But
we don't need no stinking downtime, man. All we need is wrestling time.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be no sleep. I mean, they say no sleep till Brooklyn. There's gonna be no sleep in the Big Easy. But overall, what did you think of? Yeah, exactly. You sleep when you're dead. Let's get to the Elimination Chamber. Overall thoughts on the show. What did you think? How excited? I believe, I don't know, did you stay up for the whole show? I lost track of you about halfway during the show.
I fell asleep halfway through the main event. I rewatched it in the morning time. I think the universe knows that I didn't want to watch Roman Reigns win, which,
yeah.
And, you know, my booking, I tried to fantasy book the event to my, from what I gathered, John Cena was trying to convince Vince to give the win to Seth Rollins for WrestleMania for the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if there's any truth to that, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I read that too.
The night was as expected. You know, at the end of the day, the road to WrestleMania, the two pay-per-views, Fastlane and Elimination Chamber, it's like, you know, we're putting pieces into jigsaw puzzle, and that's what the pay-per-views are to do with between the Royal Rumble and Mania. They're often very predictable. You're not going to get many shocks, many surprises. They're about setting the tone for WrestleMania, and that's what the Elimination Chamber did. Yeah,
I don't really have a problem as much as a lot of the internet might have with Roman Reigns. I was already accepting that he was taking on Brock Lesnar. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the event, the match that ends the show. So, as far as that, we're still there's so many undecided pieces to put in this puzzle for the complete card. Yeah, the men's side. There's even some women's stuff going on. I don't know how they're going to fit a lot of this on the card. I've even heard of a multi-man intercontinental match, possibly. I've got some rumblings in my friends list talking about that. And we were talking about that earlier today. Is like, not everybody might deserve a spot on the card just because they've been on the roster the whole year. We'll get to that in a minute. But overall, can you give me a grade on the Elimination Chamber?
C+.
C+? Okay. I guess I'm a little bit more generous. C+.
The filler really dragged the show down.
Yeah, the Raw Tag Team titles wasn't much. I actually thought Nia and Asuka was better than I thought it would be. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That was a good match.
Yeah, I thought that was better.
No, that was a good match.
Looking at my notes, my internet started to go haywire during the Bray Wyatt Matt Hardy match, so I got to rewatch that one. I missed the entrances. I think Matt Hardy showed up, yeah, I didn't miss much during that. I really enjoyed the contract signing. I thought that was good. But yeah, like everybody thought, it would be the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. But I thought overall the pay-per-view was a B+ in my opinion, but I think I'm more generous than a lot of people. So
if you go on YouTube, watch Tad's thoughts on the contract signing and the way Ronda Rousey was booked on Monday Night Raw. Very incisive. That's hilarious.
What was that again? What site? Or what's
Just go on YouTube. It's Tad's thoughts on how Ronda Rousey's been booked thus far.
Or what page was that?
YouTube.
Just WWE?
No, just Taz.
Oh, Taz. Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you on that one. So, okay, let's dive into it. Let me start off. We'll just go to what were our predictions. Lee Ermey, my United States Marine Corps buddy, what time is it?
What are you looking at? Yeah, you! You better be looking at mail call right now!
Okay. Simmer down. let's take a look at our results. We'll start off with the pre-show. Ryan had first of all, it was the club, Gallows Anderson. Are we still calling them the club? Or are they the Balor Club? Are we still calling them the club? It's just Gallows Anderson still.
I'm still calling them the club.
Yeah.
I'm still calling them the club.
And then we had the Miz Taraj, Bo and Axel. It was kind of it kind of was just like a primer during the pre-show. It was what it was. Nothing special. As I look at my Wikipedia notes, it ended up being just the Magic Killer on Axel for the win. The match was actually 8 minutes, 50 seconds. I enjoyed a couple of spots in there. I think Gallows tries to get the nerd chant over. Pretty much it was what it was. You had Bo and Axel. I had the club.
Yeah.
So a victory for yours truly. I don't know. I gotta bring up my my video here. So I start off the pay-per-view on the right note. You got to figure the Miz might get some sort of push. I don't know, during the stretch. Bo and Axel have been great support the whole year. You got to figure maybe good things are down the road for those guys for all the losses they've been taking. Any comments on this match?
To be honest, MailMan, I didn't see it in its entirety. I ended up missing the kickoff show due to some arrangements I had to make at home. I only really caught the ending.
Oh, okay, but, yeah.
I think it's another match I was guilty of trying to fantasy book on this night.
Yeah.
I guess the result makes sense.
There was a Revival inset promo during that match, and they actually got cut off. I thought that was terrible, actually. I think Dash was in the middle of his promo, and they cut him off. So where the hell are the Revival in this? Do you have any predictions on them during this WrestleMania season stretch? Are we going to see them? There's only so many spots on this card. Andre the Giant, are we going to have an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? A lot of people are saying the women are going to have one and maybe name it something else like the China. We might not have an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal from some of the sites I've been reading. What are your thoughts? Revival, what's in their cards here?
I think firstly the Revival are condemned to the pre-show. It's been the booking has been ridiculously average since coming up to the main roster. Obviously hindered by both of them getting injured on separate occasions. The Andre the Giant Battle Memorial was only relevant at WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
They buried it in WrestleMania 31 as soon as they put it in the kickoff show. At WrestleMania 32, they had it straight after the Hell in a Cell match, so everybody was emotionally drained. And at WrestleMania 33, it went straight back to the kickoff show. Nobody has really benefited from winning it. I think it's just filler.
Yeah, that's unfortunate as I'm wearing the Andre the Giant shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. By the way, if you just missed it, Pro Wrestling Tees just had a killer sale, 20% off. I ended up grabbing a Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa still has a store on there. I got a Ricochet shirt, a Bobby the Brain Heenan, and a what was the other one I got? It's escaping my memory. Who the heck did I get? Oh man, brain cramp. Anyways, God, it's gonna kill me. I had a 4-shirt sale, dropped $80. Shipping's the killer, but 20% off. That was basically just to get your shipping back. But I'm undecided on my NXT Takeover shirt. I was gonna get a Gargano still has a shop up there too. So
yeah. WWE Shop was having a massive sale on accessories last night. Tonight, me and my buddy Rory just spent a lot of stuff on things to take to WrestleMania with us.
So yeah, this is one of my favorite shirts I got off there a couple years ago. So Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal still in question. We will see how it goes. The documentary, though, I am totally psyched out about. Chris Bell mentioned it on our last show, April the 10th. Seek that out, HBO. over here in the States. I don't know what that would be for you guys over there. Do you guys get HBO? Is that a worldwide thing?
We have a channel over here called Sky Atlantic, which carries a lot of the HBO stuff.
Okay.
But, we don't have the channel itself.
Oh, I know what that fourth shirt was. I got a, if you're not familiar with the New Japan product, they got a Kenny Omega. He is now teaming up with Kota Ibushi. They're called the Golden Lovers. They have a sweet shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's like a royal blue. I ended up picking that bad boy up because I'm going to go see them tag the WrestleCon Super Show. They're taking on the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. So that'll be a phenomenal time. But back to the WWE Chamber prediction. Let's go back to the opening match. We had the Women's Chamber. That's what opened it off. Stats on that one. That went 29 minutes, 35 seconds. Alexa Bliss ended up defeating Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sasha Banks, and Sonya Deville. The Rat Boys' favorite goddess, Alexa Bliss, retains the title. There was so much to talk about during this match. I loved the introductions were electric to start the show off. The cage lowers. At first, you didn't know if it was going to be the men's or women's, but I loved all the promo packages they started the show off with. The women's made you really excited about it. First out, what was it? Mandy Rose, or excuse me, it was Bliss that came out first. Yeah, Banks. They were all putting their pods. Yeah, Bliss, Banks, James, and then one of the Absolution members, Mandy Rose, were all the gals that were put in the pods. And then starting off the match, you had Sonya Deville and Bayley to start the match off. I loved how Mandy and Sonya, they were in these sleek white outfits. For gals that just are so green on the roster, a lot of people thought the beginnings of this first ever Women's Elimination Chamber were, so-so. I thought they didn't do too bad, but much of the beginning of the match was a double team on Bayley. And then any comments on the beginning of this Elimination Chamber?
I thought they started off with the right two gals, to be honest. There's definitely huge potential behind Mandy Rose. I know Dustin Ronald is very fond of her. It'll be very interesting to see where she is within a year's time.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her break free from this state.
Do you think Rose has more potential than Deville, or do you think Deville has – who do you think has more potential?
Definitely Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I believe I heard the Solomons said the same thing. So Mandy was the first eliminated, I believe, because Sasha Banks came out next.
See, that's very interesting because she was also the first one eliminated from the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, that's right. So she has the distinction of those two happenings. Mickie James came out third. She's the diva, the women's trailblazer, pretty much. She came out swinging. I liked her little outfit. She kind of had a Wonder Woman, Iron Man look to her. There was a lot of knees by Sasha Banks in this match. A lot of that looked painful. There was a lot of knees by a lot of the female superstars. A lot of high spots, a lot of climbing on the pods. It all came down to Bayley pretty much with Banks and then Bliss. Bayley turned on by Banks in the match as they were a high spot. Or she shoved her off, I believe. What was it, a kick or something?
You kick off the pod, yeah. Yeah,
it was like, why would you do that and not team up against Bliss? That was kind of a weird. I don't know if it's foreshadowing. When we saw what happened on Raw, Bayley left Sasha Banks hanging from a tag when she was in peril. So there's some dissension there. I wonder if we're going to get a singles match there at WrestleMania. That's just another match on the card. You're wondering if that's going to make the WrestleMania final cut. So, but it was Bayley, Banks, and Bliss at the end. Bliss had some tremendous spots. I know you were happy about it. She did a twisted bliss off one of the pods. Sasha ended up getting to her into a bank statement. I'm trying to think what happened at the end here. I mean, Bailey got rolled up.
Alexa pushed Sasha into the glass pod.
And, yeah.
DDT from the ropes.
Yeah, I thought it was a well-booked match. And Bliss ends up DDTing Banks on the mat for 3. And she cut a hellacious, tremendous promo at the end. For a minute, you thought she was out of character, telling little girls across the world you can dream big and do what you want and stuff. And then she immediately comes back into her own character. And, oh, man, it was tremendous. I thought it was a great match to kick off the show. It was 29 minutes, 35 seconds. So we both got that pick correct, Mr. Taylor. First ever Women's Elimination Chamber. Alexa Bliss gets the big victory. And still not determined, is Asuka coming after her championship? Do we have Nia involved? Still unclear in the Raw women's division as far as where Alexa Bliss will defend this championship. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Smart decision is to have Asuka to go and face Charlotte and Alexa versus Nia. Otherwise, what on earth is Charlotte going to do at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
There's credible women on the SmackDown roster. Becky Lynch, one, of course, but the smarter move would be having Asuka versus Charlotte, put Nia versus Alexa. That's what I'd do. I think they're just teasing us with this Asuka Alexa thing. She's getting into a false sense of security because Nia is beating her down. It'll end up being Alexa versus Nia for me.
Bliss versus Nia Jax. All right, we'll see how that happens. I don't have a prediction, really. I'm going to wait till Fastlane to give my thoughts. Charlotte Flair will be taking on Ruby Riott, and we will discuss that on March 10th. So that brings us to Cesaro and Sheamus. They ended up defeating Titus Worldwide for the Raw Tag Team Championships. They ended up having a rematch on Raw, best 2 out of 3s, and they still have the titles. The match was what it was, 10 minutes, 5 seconds. I don't really have too much to talk about on this one, buddy. You had Titus Worldwide winning. I had the Bar. So, unfortunately for you, you lost that one. But any big-time notes? I don't really have much to say. Do you have anything to say about this matchup? I know Raw just needs a tag division, like we've discussed. Authors of Pain or somebody, they need to come up bad for Raw division. I had the Bar, and they are the Bar. They don't just set the bar; they are the Bar. They are still the Raw Tag Team Champs. Thoughts on this match?
Similar to yourself, it was what it was. I predicted Titus Worldwide. I thought they were going to do a quick changeover and reverse it back to the Bar for WrestleMania. I'm not really sure in which direction the Titus Worldwide gimmick is going. I think Apollo, Conqueror and Cruz anymore. I'm not sure if they're planning a singles push for him. Titus O'Neil, the big opportunity was missing Titus O'Neil when he got suspended 2 years ago for the thing with Vince McMahon on the night Daniel Bryan retired. He missed the big opportunity a couple of years ago when he came back. He should have came back and evolved that into a storyline at some point. I know he does a lot for the company and he's Celebrity Dad of the Year, whatever that means, but I'm not really sure where he goes from here. And Dana Brooke, unfortunately, is at nowhere.
Yeah, she's crunching the numbers. All right, after that, we had Asuka face Nia Jax, where if Jax won, she would be added to the Asuka's championship match at WrestleMania 34. Jax dominated most of the match. in the end, Jax attempted a powerbomb on Asuka, only for Asuka to reverse it into a roll-up pin for the win and keeping Jax out of a WrestleMania Championship match. After the match, Jax attacked Asuka. She tackled her through the ringside barricade near the timekeeper's area. Bliss was later interviewed and looked pleased with what transpired between Asuka and Jax, because it's been noted that those two are pretty close. A little foreshadowing, it could come back to haunt the goddess. Bliss then mocked Asuka by declaring that no one is ready for her. So this match was not too long, 8 minutes, 15 seconds. I believe, yes, we both said nobody is ready for Asuka in this one. No surprise. She is still undefeated. And in case you didn't watch last night, hopefully you're not watching me and not being spoiled. But did you watch Mixed Match Challenge?
I did actually. Who won?
Are you sure? Okay, I mean, it is what it is, but nothing shocking. The Miz was kind of entertaining because they was on they took on Sasha Banks and Finn Balor. Finn Balor back in his blue gear. He looked like a Smurf. Miz, Asuka still alive. They did come out, but there was some teasings that maybe Asuka would lose. She tagged herself in to make sure of that, but Miz ended up being the legal man. He ended up getting the victory over Finn Balor, but Asuka was in there with a Asuka lock, I believe, at the end. It was entertaining. I believe it went 23 minutes. At least the show was 23 minutes right after SmackDown. I actually watched that this morning. So Asuka's still perfect. And obviously she was bruised. Nia Jax looked strong during the Elimination Chamber there. How do you see it playing out? I think maybe you commented earlier again. Asuka taking on Charlotte Flair. Are we getting teased here? Where do you see?
I just think they've teased the Alexa thing all year. I think they've been teasing that match all year. It's obvious Alexa has been trying to avoid it, and it's just I can't see off the SmackDown roster who Charlotte's going to face that is a WrestleMania worthy match.
Yeah,
no more than Asuka anymore.
Yeah, there's gonna be some.
It'd be the best move for the Raw Women's Championship. It'd be the best move for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'd like to see them with 3 women's match on the main card this year.
All right. There should be a lot of man. I'm gonna be interested to see how long this WrestleMania is gonna be, if these many people are gonna be on it. After the Asuka match, 4th match, it was Woken Matt Hardy. He fought Bray Wyatt. In the climax, Hardy won by hitting the Twist of Fate. This is when my internet kind of went on the fray. I rewatched, or I saw the end. I missed the opening. I think Bray Wyatt ended up not having a traditional entrance. He just, I think, showed up. It was what it was, and I need my buddy. Where's he at? This was my first loss of the night, Ryan. If I could get some help here. Woken Matt Hardy ended up getting the victory. I had Bray Wyatt with his sister Abigail. I thought maybe we'd see Jeff. Brother Nero, still not ready. I take my first loss. What was the official time? Wow, it was longer than I thought. 9 minutes, 55 seconds. Matt Hardy with Twist of Fate. Any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I'm not really emotionally engaged with this feud whatsoever. A guy like Bray Wyatt, I don't know how they want us to take him seriously. I don't know how they want us to invest in the character when his gimmick seems to be that he just eats pins. I think he's been horribly mismanaged these past few years, ever since the Cena feud in particular. I don't really see how they recover this guy, to be honest.
All right. And then, once I got my internet refreshed, this is where I began to lag. That's the price you pay when you live out kind of in the sticks. I always have come out all right watching a pay-per-view in full. It's just I can't always be guaranteed to be live. And then I really wanted to see this in full, so I started I rewound a little bit. It's time for the contract signing. Ronda Rousey puts I won't spoil it here, but we had the Ronda Rousey contract signing. The only thing we had on the line, Ryan, was angle setup, and we got that. We didn't lose anything on what our predictions would be for a tag partner. There's still a lot in the books, even after Monday Night Raw. But let's play the audio on what happened. Here's 2 minutes, 31 seconds of the Ronda Rousey contract signing on the Elimination Chamber. Let's take a look. Flashback for those who didn't see it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the WWE, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
I really enjoyed this. She's got the Rowdy Piper look to her shirts. They're already selling at even house shows. She had a big contingent in Vegas. So there was Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle spilled the beans on why the Authority wanted Ronda Rousey back. Ronda ends up putting Triple H through a table. And then Stephanie
Who do you think you are?
ends up slapping her and somehow manages to escape the ring unscathed. Rousey ends up signing the contract and throwing it on Triple H. The slap heard around the world again. Stephanie McMahon really goes to town on Ronda. You can watch the action on YouTube. Let's go to Monday Night Raw right now. Ronda Rousey demands an apology from Stephanie. Let's hear the highlights off of that. So me and you will get credit for the prediction there. The angle is set up as there's an ad playing. Any thoughts on the Elimination Chamber contract signing before we get to the Monday Night Raw segment?
I thought Kurt Angle was quite hilarious. Forget his WrestleMania 21-31 botch. I especially enjoyed his line as Triple H was leading him over the ramp, really. I think he recovered well.
Yeah, I didn't
the booking of Ronda Rousey on Monday night was appalling. Yeah,
we're getting to that right now.
But how to come out and demand an apology from Stephanie? I think Ronda Rousey is a killer.
Yeah, she's the
toughest, kayfabe, believable badass that has ever stepped foot in that ring, even more so than China. Okay, and to have Stephanie McMahon get up in her face and on camera show us how much taller she is and apologize straight to her face like that was just. It should have been a pull away.
Yeah.
It should have not a one-on-one, not both.
No touching.
It should have been about 6 buffed up male security guards trying to keep Ronda Rousey away from tearing Stephanie McMahon's left arm off.
Ronda acted out of savage instinct.
All right, here's the apology. Rousey demands an apology.
I really understand that, but in order to get to her, I had to relate to her. I had to speak her language. I had to get physical with Ronda Rousey to remind her of the hierarchy here in WWE. Because I am the commissioner of Monday Night Raw, which means Kurt Angle reports to me, which means as of last night, since Ronda Rousey did amongst the chaos sign her WWE contract, Ronda now reports to me, which means WWE owns Ronda Rousey. So now, as a good manager, as a good boss, I just need to call everybody out here, explain their specific roles and responsibilities so everyone knows their place and we can move forward on the road to WrestleMania. And it all starts with an apology from Kurt Angle. So Kurt, come on out here.
Ronda had her hair pinned up. She looked very pissed off. Kurt comes out.
I just want to tell you just one thing. Listen, Ronda. I want to tell you one thing. You coming to the WWE is the best decision you ever made.
Kurt, I meant everything that I said last night. I want this more than anything. But I have never been slapped before in my life. I refuse to be disrespected. And I am no one's property.
Now, this is a completely different world than you're accustomed to. You need to work within the system. And Ronda, honestly, I lied. I don't know why I lied. I misheard Stephanie and Triple H talking about you, and I've had pneumonia for the past couple weeks. I don't even know what I said last night. But those statements I made, they weren't true.
This is the biggest pop of the night. The cameraman got in the way.
I'm sorry.
He needs his job, Ryan.
Thank you, Kurt, for finally clearing the air. I mean, Ronda, we're not horrible people, in spite of what you might read on social media or hear in these arenas. I mean, and we understand why you did what you did. And now you understand that Kurt was lying. Thank you, Kurt, for apologizing. So let's just put this all behind us and make you the superstar that you deserve to be. Okay? Thank you. Yeah.
You know, we have addressed everything except your slap. If you want to put all of this behind us, you need to apologize to me. And if you don't apologize, I will not hesitate to rip your arm out of its socket.
I am terribly sorry. I am so terribly sorry, Ronda. I'm so sorry. You put my husband through a table. It was the wrong thing to do. There's no excuse. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please believe me, I'm sorry. Kurt, thank you. Ronda, well, welcome to WWE. Thank you. Yes, we're good. Okay.
And then the sucker punch heard around the world. Triple H knocks out Kurt Angle.
What the?
So there you have it.
What was that for?
We had a little setup there after Raw. Ryan, your reactions once again after the 2 nights of Ronda Rousey. We got the prediction right. The angle is set up. But who is her tag team partner? Still yet to be decided. We saw a limo at Raw. That kind of confused me. I was imagining it was probably Triple H and Steph. That was after Braun and Elias's segment. I'm thinking Braun is going to be engulfed in that Intercontinental title picture. I'm still holding out for The Rock. If we're not going to get The Undertaker, we're getting one of these guys. And we'll get back to the Undertaker thing here in a minute as we go over the main event. But your thoughts on the 2 nights of Ronda Rousey? I already heard some of your opinion on that. I'm going to give us the correct pick for this. It was an extra added. Well, we got the angle set up. I'm still holding out for The Rock, though. What'd you think of the 2 nights of Ronda Rousey's WWE inaugural debut, if we could say that?
I've always wondered how big Stephanie McMahon's penis is.
Man, it's probably big. Grapefruits, right? Big old Vinnie Mac grapefruits.
But I guess she does her job very well because she's playing a bitch, and I think she's a bitch. But she did it again with Ronda. It's the way she literally towers over the rest of the roster.
Yeah, she's got those.
The problem is the difference between her and Vince McMahon. I could sit here now until the end of time and tell you about all the times that Vince McMahon has been hit with chairs, put through tables, literally pissed on, made a fool of himself, been embarrassed by Steve Austin. But what do we get with Stephanie McMahon? Basically every year at WrestleMania, whether she's beaten by Ronda Rousey, she's speared by Roman, she was put through a table last year by Seth or Triple H inadvertently. She's no Vince McMahon, put it that way.
I think her only real, okay, you said those moments. Vicky Guerrero is probably the only one that's really got ever any kind of revenge on her, and it kind of sucked as far as throwing her into that, what was that massive tub of shit?
Chocolate pudding.
Yeah, chocolate pudding. Yeah, it's not the same. I'm not trying to sound sexist here, but something about Vince McMahon getting stunned. Stephanie, I don't know. It's Triple H going through the table. I mean, God bless that guy. They made Ronda look good for me, I thought. I'm enjoying the angle. I think I'll be satisfied once I see what the official tag team partner is. Right now, they're teasing Kurt Angle because he got sucker punched. Probably Braun Strowman. And it's got to be The Rock. And I don't know. Can we rehash what you think, who the tag team partner is going to be at the show of shows? Because that's obviously where this is going.
Fantasy booking, I'm going to say The Rock. But unless I'm very much surprised, I think the direction they're going with is Kurt Angle.
All right. Well, Kurt, we will see what happens. I was entertained, to say the least. I don't know how you were you entertained?
I was more entertained at the Elimination Chamber with the booking of Ronda Rousey than I was on Raw.
Yeah. Well, we got a long way to go. 6 weeks in change, or maybe less than 6 weeks now. By the way, February went really quick for me. Did it go quick for you? Holy crap, we're starting March tomorrow. 39 days away, buddy. Are you set?
Well, it's February for you. It's March for me.
Oh, there you go. It definitely went quicker for you. All right, let's get to the main event. I believe this was the longest Elimination Chamber ever, based on what I read. 40 minutes, 15 seconds. I don't know if that's an official. I'm going off Wikipedia stats. But 40 minutes, 15 seconds. We had a fun main event where we saw the most eliminations ever. Braun Strowman ended up eliminating everybody but Roman Reigns in the end. 40 minutes, 15 seconds. Roman Reigns ends up getting Braun Strowman in the end. The Miz had to start out first. He ended up being eliminated first. You had Elias last coming out. He was the first to go in the pod. He cut a great promo to begin everything. A lot of people are pissed off this guy stole the Honky Tonk Man's gimmick, if you're an old school pro wrestling fan. I think Elias is a lot. I think the guy adds a lot. He can, first of all, play the guitar. He generates a lot of heat. Vince McMahon obviously loves this guy. This is my early favorite for I know we're way ahead of schedule for me to say this, but this guy at Money in the Bank would be a perfect Money in the Bank briefcase type holder guy. What do you think, Ryan? He was the first to go in the pod. Thoughts on Elias and his promo on that night?
I think Elias is. I think if you look at all the guys who've come up from NXT, I think Elias is a prime example of a guy who was, ready-made for the main roster. Before he went to NXT. The gimmick is crazy over. It's like you said before. He generates good old-fashioned, old-school heat. The Smarks love him. The Marks hate him. He's a guy that always evokes emotion. He's a bit like Cena. People love to hate him. They love to love him. There's not many more better people than that. If you can get one half of the crowd to hate on you and one half of the crowd to think you're God's gift, that's a pretty good position to be in. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Elias. He's got some cool shirts out there. So Seth Rollins was the...
He's just brought out 2 more within the last few days.
Yeah, I just heard about that. So Seth Rollins comes out as number 2. You had Finn Balor number 3 because of the Monday Night Raw stipulations. They both were entered into the match. So 3 started off with The Miz. Actually, the 4 guys that were in the pod was Elias. The next guy out was Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and John Cena. They were all put in the pods. So eliminated first was The Miz. Actually, it took a long time before anybody was eliminated. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think that was the first time. I don't know what the first elimination was. 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Braun Strowman pretty much had a running power slam on everybody he eliminated. And he eliminated everybody but Roman Reigns. So, yeah, at the 2020 mark is what I'm seeing unofficially. He beats The Miz first. Eliminated second because he was last out of the pod. Everybody was eventually in the match. Elias was the second eliminated, 25 minutes, 55 seconds. And then John Cena, we'll get to him in a minute, third eliminated, 26 minutes, 25 seconds. A Braun Strowman power slam. And then Finn Balor, power slam by Braun, 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Seth was in there with Roman for a while. A lot of action. Actually, there's a lot of action with all the way up to Cena, really. I loved some of the photos, shots. They had an above Elimination Chamber shot. You can see this on social media. I loved how all the guys were in the ring at the same time. Braun pretty much wiped out everybody. So we're down to Roman, Seth, and Braun. Seth finally gets power slammed at 36 minutes, 40 seconds. And then Roman, it took a spear. How many? I can't even remember. Let's review the tape here. Let's see. Reigns performed 3 Superman punches and 2 spears on Strowman to win the match and earn the right to challenge Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 34. And then after the match, Strowman got back up and attacked Reigns with 2 running power slams. So it's kind of like the Hogan must pose, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. So Braun is totally over. He ended up performing 2 running power slams on Roman Reigns and 1 through the chamber pod. So Roman didn't get out of there totally clean. Your thoughts on the overall match, RATBOY? I really loved it. It was a long one. It was exhausting. I loved how they made man, Braun Strowman better have something to say here in one of the top 3 matches on the card. The guy's totally over. And the fans wanted him to win, I know. But we're going to get Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34. What are your overall thoughts, Ratboy, of this Elimination Chamber match for the men's?
I think the issue here with me is not so much the match. You know, I mean, when you virtually know what the outcome is going to be, when the ending of the movie is essentially spoiled for you beforehand, it's very hard to get engaged with what was going on. You know, Seth Rollins could have put in another 5-star performance like he did the week before on Raw. You know, we already knew the outcome. I mean, unlike me, you tried to fantasy book it. You know, I booked it with my heart, not with my head. I didn't want Roman to win. I'd definitely be more interested, especially with the way Seth Rollins is being booked at the moment, seeing him versus Brock Lesnar. It's going to be a 4th consecutive year with Roman Reigns main eventing WrestleMania. It's going to be a 4th consecutive year of trying to give Roman Reigns the coronation as champion and face of the company.
It'll be his first Universal Championship.
Say again?
Oh, I'm sorry. It'll be his first Universal Championship ever, though. But I know what you're saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be his first Universal Championship, but obviously it's essentially they're essentially crowning him as, you know, the guy. You know, regardless of the name of the title, it's on Monday Night Raw. It's the main title within the company. I don't doubt that him and Roman are going to have a decent match in New Orleans. The match, even before the cash-in, you know, it was a good 15-minute match in California.
I was impressed being there. I mean, I was totally.
I thought they booked him well on Monday Night Raw. I think with the legitimate no-show from Brock Lesnar. You know, they're trying to make him the company sympathizer, the WWE loyalist. So, you know, that was smart booking, I guess. But I don't doubt that the guy can wrestle. If you look at the matches, you know, the matches he has in common, all of his pay-per-view matches, they're always decent. I'm not knocking the guy for that.
A lot to go before 6 weeks here. Kevin Mendelson has joined us. He said they made Brock do all the work so Roman could have his glory. And then he says Roman, the first 4 straight Mania headliner since Hogan. That says it all. That's what you said, Ryan. I don't know. I'm engaged. I think it'll be a great match. I was there at WrestleMania 31. I really enjoyed that match. And that was one of my favorite WrestleManias, was WrestleMania 31. Seth cashing in. It would have been cool maybe to see an added, just my opinion, it would have been cool to see Seth Rollins. I know you picked Seth Rollins. We'll end our records here. You went 3 and 4 for the night. You had Seth Rollins in that Elimination Chamber. I went the safe bet. I took Roman. I know I am a puss. I ended up 6 and 1. You ended up going 3 and 4. I will give you credit for going out on a limb, Rat Boy. Overall, in 2018, you are 10 and 11. I am 17 and 4. This is not to bash you or anything, but Fastlane, I'm expecting you to bring it, buddy. You got to put it on the accelerator. I expect it's a long season, though. We're here for the long haul. Is there anything you want to put on as a stipulation between me and you for this?
Oh, stipulation.
We're friends for life, by the way.
Oh, well, good friends, better enemies. What can I say?
Yeah. I'm not trying to bash you or anything, but.
It's wrestling. I wouldn't mind if you were.
But credit to Mark Wood, my buddy out there in Maryland. He went 6 and 0. He didn't give an opinion on the Ronda contract signing. I believe we had Kevin Mendelson out there. I believe he had a pretty over 500 record, and my buddy John Lopez. Those are the guys that give your picks in the comments. Everybody that plays along with us for 2018. I'm not going to keep track of all y'all's records, but for those that you comment, I will give you shout outs during a show. But the Rat Boy, I give you a tremendous lot of credit. We have to watch NXT tonight together. But let's finish off here. We've had a lot of wrestling the past couple of days. This is the major angle as far as SmackDown goes. So John Cena, after Elimination Chamber, basically is in peril. He doesn't know what he's doing. He looked like he had a lost dog. He is a lost dog. He can't come out of the chamber to get his road to WrestleMania. He couldn't win the Rumble in the previous couple of months. What is John Cena to do? He's the WWE free agent. This guy is allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. I know we don't cuss on here. Ryan, I just said the F word. Give me a couple of lashings and put me on the Jericho list. But we just dropped the F-bomb. I do that once a show. Let's make that a point. I'll drop one F-bomb a show. But before we play John Cena's promo.
You can say fuck as much as you want.
All right. There's Ratboy. Let's go on Monday Night Raw. John Cena was really a lost cause on Raw Talk if you watch on the WWE Network. This is what John Cena had to say in Anaheim on Monday Night Raw before a capacity crowd.
Failed.
He failed.
And in the moment of failure and the atmosphere and the finality of it all and the audience, I was immediately rushed into a room and thrown in front of a microphone, and I felt demoralized. Trust me, I know where I'm at, and I've said it before. A person's character is not judged when they ride the wave of success, when everyone chants their name and you want to be their friend. No, your character is put to the test when your back is against the wall. And for me, that time is now. I spent 5 minutes last night, feeling sorry for myself. And then right after that, I began to move forward. My last words last night were, I will figure it out. And that is my road to WrestleMania. I thought it would be the Royal Rumble. I failed. I didn't give up. I thought it would be the Elimination Chamber. I failed. And for 5 minutes, I thought it was over. And every single one of you can relate to this because this is what's difficult about failure. The disappointment is on you. It is your fault, and you go through failure alone. But failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up, and I am fired up because I have figured it out. I have figured out that I need to stand in this ring and just plain old do something that I should have done a long time ago. And that is put out a WrestleMania challenge. To The Undertaker. You want WrestleMania? That is WrestleMania. And that match is not happening. I don't make the matches. And as obvious as this seems, I've been told that that match is not happening because that match, once again, is impossible.
You see, I told you, all of you understand. Now you all understand the disappointment of failure. And I can stay down or I can get my ass up, and I'm in the getting up business. So I'm here tonight to say my road through WrestleMania goes straight through SmackDown. As a free agent, I will go to SmackDown Live tomorrow night, not to beg for some pity handout. No. It is to do whatever it takes to hopefully earn a spot at WrestleMania. See you tomorrow night.
Well, John Cena is a free agent, which means he can go to SmackDown Live tomorrow night at Staples Center.
All right. I lost Ryan during that promo. Here he is. Let's call him back. So Cena essentially goes to SmackDown because he has the capability. How's it going, Ryan? Sorry, you dropped off during the promo. You there?
Sorry about that. My internet lagged out.
Oh, that's cool. We're gonna wrap up the show here soon. Just covering the Cena drama. Cena ends up going to SmackDown, and then last night, in case you didn't see it, SmackDown Live, Cena, in the land of opportunity, gets his road to WrestleMania. Since the match with The Undertaker is not possible as we know of it right now. He got a match. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon get him into a matchup with AJ Styles in the main event of SmackDown Live, where John Cena ends up going over, and he ends up winning the matchup, and he is inserted in the six-pack challenge now at Fastlane. What are your thoughts on John Cena's road to WrestleMania? Is this going to jeopardize a AJ Styles Shinsuke Nakamura matchup that most of us marks are dreaming of? Does he lose yet again? We are hearing drama now in the backstage news. I don't remember the gentleman's name. I want to give him credit. I think his name is Ryan Barassa. No, that's a kid I grew up with back in. His last name is Barassa. He writes for Sports Illustrated. The credit to the Barassa guy is there is a rumor out there that WWE is still trying to ink Rey Mysterio to a contract where he was backstage there at SmackDown Live. Cena, Rey Mysterio match at WrestleMania. The Undertaker thing might be around the wayside, or they're just blowing smoke up all our asses. Samoa Joe is still hurt. I think what I read was John Cena wants to wrestle Samoa Joe or Rey Mysterio if he can't get the Undertaker. Cena inserted into the Fastlane pay-per-view main event for the WWE Championship. What are your thoughts on what transpired at SmackDown? Did you watch this? What do you think happens?
With it becoming a six-pack challenge, I'd rather see the match billed as an elimination other than a one-fall. I think with this John Cena storyline, that definitely is another highlight that WWE is definitely booking this towards a Mark-centric crowd, because the very thought that John Cena was in peril, that he may not have a match at WrestleMania is laughable, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's going to have a match. It's just right now we don't know who it's going to be against. But did you like the booking? Or do you like him going to SmackDown? Or you think it's after Shinsuke Nakamura had a match against Aiden English, and it kind of was interesting. Shinsuke gets the pinfall, has his music play. He's barely outside the ring. Cena's music hits for the main event, and they both look at each other. They both point at the sign. God, I do not want that match to be a triple threat. As much as I think that would be good, I want to see a one-on-one Shinsuke AJ Styles. Just me saying, I mean, Shinsuke doesn't have to be victorious. I just want to see a one-on-one matchup for the WWE Championship, just like we are for the Universal Championship. What are your thoughts on that possibility? What'd you think when that happened last night on SmackDown?
I mean, I enjoyed John Cena's work on SmackDown last night. SmackDown Live is in a depression.
Yeah, they needed ratings.
SmackDown Live is tanking in the ratings. It's tanking in the live crowd. Go back to post-draft from July 2016, probably up until WrestleMania 33. SmackDown was the preeminent show in sports entertainment. AJ Styles was killing it as champion. The Usos as tag champions. Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch were killing it in the women's division. I think the show's been so misdirected. Road Dogg, as much as I like Jesse James, don't get me wrong, he's done a difficult job with booking this show.
Yeah. I got a couple of comments. My buddy Kevin Mendelson finally tuned in. He was at work late. I can't read the getting up business unless it means putting over the young talent like Bray or Rusev. I didn't understand his comment there. The getting up business. Kev, chime in again on that. But obviously, I think he wants Bray and Rusev.
Rusev is one of the most over things in the company right now.
Yeah. And then he said Ryan's phone pulled a Cena and failed. No, that might have been me too, buddy. Kev also said nobody wanted Cena to beat Ray on that Raw with the Summer of Punk 2011. Oh, good flashback there, Kev. That's why I love comments here on our show. You guys just talking wrestling with me, by the way. Big thrill. You're making our show a lot better. He also said nobody wants Cena and Ray in 2018. I wouldn't mind it. It's just I don't think for a WrestleMania of this caliber, okay, let's get back to you, Ryan. Are you for sure? What are your thoughts on The Undertaker again? Do you think he's totally done? Is this it? Are we being all worked? Is he done?
I don't see the point in having John Cena reference The Undertaker on Monday Night Raw if they're not going to push for the John Cena versus Undertaker match. This is a match I would have rather have seen several years ago, specifically when the streak was still intact.
Cheers, mate. I love that answer.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, if John Cena would have been the one to break the streak, then there may have literally been a riot.
Yeah.
But even last year, maybe when if the championship, there was a suggestion that Undertaker was going to beat AJ Styles at Royal Rumble 2017, take the championship into WrestleMania, and it would have been Cena maybe going to tie Ric Flair's record for 16 against Undertaker's career against the championship. But to do this match without the championship, without the streak, of course, which is now dead and buried, there's going to have to be some serious storytelling to make this match relevant. Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of time right now. 39 days. I mean, that's not a lot of time, but in the wrestling world, I mean, the wrestling world, as far as us wrestling fans, it's pretty much what I watch all the time. Football season's over. Hockey season, my hockey team's not doing too well. But I'm engulfed in the product, all the products right now, really. A lot of time, though, for a build-up. I hope it's great. I really enjoyed WWE Chamber, and I really appreciate everybody joining us. Ryan, thank you for joining me tonight. Any final thoughts tonight as we conclude shop? Once again, you're 10-11, and I know you're going to come out of this. You're going to get back over 500, and I am 17-4. If you are playing along with us, please put your records in the comments. I know Mark Wood was 6-0. I know Kevin Mendelson and my buddy John Lopez, they were like 5-2 or something. Put your records in the comments. We'll keep track. I'll try to put pen to paper, but we've been doing this since the Royal Rumble, so I didn't keep track of some of y'all's records. By the way, most of y'all guys were in my Rumble pool. Thank you guys for joining us. But Fastlane is the next pay-per-view. It is a week from Sunday. No pay-per-view this weekend. That is the following weekend, March the 11th. And then March 10th is our next show here on the Small Package, episode 20. Me and the Rat Boy will give our predictions. I hope you guys join us. That'll be a Saturday night, 6 p.m. West Coast time. Is that good for you, Ryan?
5 or 6 p.m. is good, yeah.
All right, 6 p.m. 5 p.m. I still.
For me in the morning.
Yeah, I understand. And I really appreciate you every show joining me. If you, for some reason, can never join me, let me know in advance. But because you're my tag team partner, I'm really stoked for WrestleMania.
I'm always up late.
Yeah,
I'm always up late.
My only thing is, there's always a wild card at work. Maybe we get a route short. I got to come home. There's no way to set up everything in time. I need at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. I usually get off at 4 o'clock on a normal day. 4 o'clock, a Saturday, 4:30. So 6 o'clock, we will aim March the 10th. WWE Fastlane pay-per-view. It should be good. That's in Columbus, Ohio?
Bliss Country.
Bliss Country. We got the six-pack challenge. It's Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and now John Cena with the WWE champion AJ Styles. Yep. The winner that comes out of there, hopefully it's AJ Styles in my book. So that's an early prediction from me. We'll meet Shinsuke Nakamura at the Show of Shows in New Orleans. Any last words, Ryan, before we bid adieu on this night? Are you excited?
I've said it before, I'll say it again. How big is Stephanie McMahon's penis?
It's huge. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe one day we can I don't know. We'll see how big the gumbo is down there. The crawfish. I will recommend when we get down there in New Orleans, buddy, you got to go visit Mother's.
Tell me the good places to eat.
If you like Cajun Southern cooking, there's a place called Mother's. They give you a lot of food. You're never going to finish it. But
I'll finish it, don't worry.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, brother. I really think I had 3 viewers for the bulk of this. I thank all you guys. Let's go to the comments one last second. Kevin, a last segment from Cena's promo where he said he was in the getting up business. It goes back to when he beat Bray and Rusev in consecutive Manias. So, and Mark Wood just wants to repeat to everybody that he was 6-0 at the Elimination Chamber. So, final words, Ryan? I think this is our best show.
This has been our best show. I'm just rewatching. I'm doing that. I'm just rewatching the Twisted Bliss from the top of the pod.
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
Usually my favorite spot of the year.
Yeah.
And Alexa Bliss cutting a devilishly good promo. I know she gets a lot of heat, but if you can tell me somebody who lives the character more, if you can tell me somebody who cuts a better promo in the women's division, I'd like to see her.
All right. Hey, guys, this beer goes out to you guys. I had a great day off. Today was my normal day off at the post office. The internet was great tonight, and I apologize for our last episode. That was totally my doing. We got broken up a few times. I'll try to do better out here in the sticks. But Ryan, I thank you for joining me, and have a great night, buddy. I'm gonna go watch NXT. Enjoy it, buddy.
You too, brother. Take care.
All right, love you, man. Can't wait to see you. Good night.
Love you too, brother.
All right, man. All right, guys. I had a couple of viewers tonight, and I truly appreciate it. Stay tuned. The Small Package, episode 20. Already at 20. We're coming to you live March the 10th, Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Me and the Rat Boy will bring our predictions. You bring yours. And the road to WrestleMania continues. We'll see what SmackDown Live has to offer as their WrestleMania setup concludes. Let's listen to some Kid Rock here to bring you out. It's going to be happening. Jimmy the Milstead Mailman. Wow.
Someone don't treat me right. And in a town like New Orleans, someone don't treat me right. And I'm a party like a devil if the devil brothers play tonight.
Good night, guys.
Thanks.